out the way. Who got a watch? Who got the time? I'm raising the clock. Even in my feelings, grind don't stop. Got big dreams, want big rocks. I got plans, you got talk. Heard it's real cheap, but it's really gon' cost. I'm tryna get these ends, building empires with my friends. I'm about handling my business. No time for stress over bullshit. You think success is an option? I'm tryna get this shit poppin' like woo. Big moves, my rules. Y'all heavy on the tweeting. I'll disappear a whole season like woo. Who said they looking for me? I'ma make you wait for it. Spend a few racks on a shopping spree. Yeah, I'ma make you pay for it. Tell them give it to me when I want it, please. Wait till I look for it. Countdown for me. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ain't that I'ma make you wait for it. On my time.
What's going down, YouTube? What's going down? Welcome back. Welcome back to the Blacksmith. So it's your boy Raz. Let's get right into it, shall we? Well, here's the thing. Search on the internet, social media, even the regular news like CNN. There's a lot of stuff going on. And one person by a particular name of Andrew Tate has really been going viral more than a year, right? So I've been taking a close look at this, keeping my ear to the ground, and just analyze it from afar, from the person being accused to the accusers. And what I come to you is I want to ask you guys a question. If he committed a crime, what is the real crime of Andrew Tate? And we're going to get straight into it. So what I have for you guys is an article as well as 2 or 3 videos, and we're going to react to them. And I want you guys, with your own eyes and your own ears, to make a take on this. So let's take a look at this article. Let's dive right on in. No need to waste time. All right, so this came, I believe, after he got out of jail. And let's take a look at this. And it reads, Andrew Tate says he believes in God and the justice system on the way into court. Well, it's good to have his faith. Let's see, the writers of this is Amy, hopefully I don't chop this name up, Kofi, and Amy Cassidy from CNN. All right, June 21st. So let's scroll down. Hey, you got some pretty nice, pretty nice shades going on right there. Sunny day out there, right? Andrew Tate, the self-proclaimed misogynist. Oh my God, influencer online. They made him sound like an anti-hero, right? Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Most people don't even know what misogynist is, to be honest with you. But not to digress, we just started. Was appearing in Bucharest court alongside his brother Wednesday on charges of human trafficking and rape. Yikes. Wow. Tate told reporters as he entered the Bucharest tribunal that he believes in God and I believe in the justice system. And we are going to be okay. Well, it's good to be positive. Definitely got to be positive in something like this. He and his brother Tristan were surrounded by 4 bodyguards who pushed the media out of their way as they made their way inside the courthouse. I wonder if he had those same bodyguards that Mayweather have. When asked by a reporter if he was a rapist, Andrew Tate responded, "Of course not. Don't ask me such stupid questions." The pair looked in good spirits as they smiled and waved despite the seriousness of these charges that were laid against them on Tuesday, which included human trafficking, rape, and informing a criminal group to sexually exploit women. Wow, really? You know, let's pick this apart for a quick 60 seconds. I remember hearing a few things about Andrew Tate. Some people saying he's dating different women, the lover boy method. I'm using my money. She is interested. We both go on a date, right? Well, here's the thing. Let me ask you this question. If a man goes around and he's like the lookalike of a movie star and he's intimate with 3, 4, 5, 10 women, but these women find out he's not set movie star, is that rape? Or also, let me ask you the question. If a woman takes a picture or wears makeup or change her body in some altered way, but when she gets home, she starts taking body parts off and takes her hair off, and she's really more bald-headed than me, and I have a fade. I have my hair. Let me ask you a question. Is that 100% right? Is that cool? Right? I don't get it. But not to digress. Like I said, let's keep going. Let's see where I left off. Oh, yeah. Romanian judge later adjourned the case of Tate and his brother until Friday, according to CNN affiliate Etna 3. Let me scroll down, read a little bit more. The court was expected to make a decision regarding house arrest for the pair and to set a date for trial. Okay. On his way out of the courthouse back to house arrest, Tate told the media, I would like to say a massive thank you to all the supporters we have around the world. Okay, it's good that he did that. Regardless of what the mainstream media keeps saying and the lies they are trying to report, we get tens of thousands of messages from people every single day supporting us. And they understand that we're not the first affluent, wealthy men who have been unfairly attacked. Let me think. I know you guys totally disagree, but does the pudding pop man ring a bell? Right? You got the the pudding pops. Oh, that guy. Remember that guy? Was he guilty? I don't know. I know, right? You guys are gonna already unsubscribe before we get to subscribe, right? The Tate brothers are the highest profile suspects to face trial on human trafficking charges in Romania. They were placed under house arrest alongside two Romanian female suspects, pending a criminal investigation for abuse allegedly committed against 7 women. Yikes. Accusations they have denied. Andrew Tate has also been charged with raping one of the victims, while his brother Tristan has been charged with instigating others to violence. Really? Like what? They have like a fight club down there or something? I don't know. Like, come on, you just can't just say that. Like, explain that. And rape? Okay. I'll be honest with you. First off, when you have the kind of money these guys have, I'm not saying that can't happen. Okay. And rape, excuse my language. We shouldn't use that word, right? I heard other channels use the word like grape. All right, so let's say grape. When grape happens, okay, it's 100% wrong. I don't care if you're poor or rich at the end of the day. But we need proof, okay? Can we all agree about that, guys? Let's have some proof, right? Okay. Let's see. The Tate brothers legal team said it will embrace the opportunity to fight in court and present arguments and evidence to prove their innocence, according to the statement obtained by CNN affiliate Etna 3 in Romania. Wow. So when you read this article, right, and there's Andrew Tate right there, nice sunny day, probably thinking about how did I get in this situation, right? I'm going to tell you how I look at it. They say he's guilty about this, but if you really look at everything, what you heard over the last year, in the most 2 years, what have people honestly echoed, right? The truth of versus what they saying he is a criminal of. Let me tell you where I'm going with this. No, let me be honest with you. Like, stay with me. Let's just say, let's use an example, the Jews or the slaves, the black slaves, or any slaves in general. Imagine bad things happening, always complained about that. Then the day of reckoning come and they say, oh, you committed a crime. A crime for what? Making slavery? No. Not just that. Well, from whipping you? No. I don't know, for chaining you up? No. No. The crime is because you burnt the chicken. What? Can you prove it? It's burnt right here. See? Arrest him. Look, I know it's far-fetched. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't care if it's Andrew Tate, Bill Cosby, your U.S. government, which I was a soldier in, okay? If you dig in anyone's past deep enough, you can find something. I bet you if I dig in your phones, ladies, okay, ladies, talking to you, if I dug in your phones, I could find something like you might not cheated, but while you had your boyfriend, you text another dude and they're like, hey, are you going to bring that to work? Do you have the paperwork? By the way, How you doing? Oh, your cologne smelled good the other day. Whoa. We've been talking about work. You have a boyfriend. Why are you asking about his cologne? Or his hair look nice? Fishy, right? Like, if you dig deep enough, you can find some is what I'm trying to say. So, hey, this whole BS that he's guilty, I don't buy it. Let me show you the reason why I know he's guilty. You guys gonna love it. Not wasting time. Let's get to it.
Well, recently, people across America were Googling, who is Andrew Tate? Now, who here has heard of Andrew Tate? Really? I never heard of him. Now, one mother, Darcy, tweeted, I didn't know who Andrew Tate was, but my 12-year-old son did. So, parents, they're coming for your boys. They market misogyny and racism. And when I say they, there's a broad range of people out there, and they're not all the same. So I don't want to lump everybody together. Tate claims to be helping young men acquire lots of money, drive luxury cars, and pick up hot women. But last August, he was banned on social media for his misogynistic viewpoints, some of which I can't repeat on daytime television. And then just last month, Tate and his brother were detained by Romanian authorities in connection with a human trafficking, rape, and organized crime investigation.
If you give a man true free reign, completely be who you want to be, and you don't let society program you, he's going to drive a fast car, he's going to have a bunch of women, he's going to want to have a bunch of money, he's going to do whatever he wants, right? Whether a woman wants to be a lawyer or a housemaker or a webcam girl. Unless she has a man directing her, she's up. They're just not built to be completely independent creatures. Men and women are not the same. We've never been the same. This new idea that men and women are the same is complete garbage that's been invented, right? If a woman sleeps with multiple people, that's cheating. That's absolutely unacceptable on every level. If I have a woman who I truly love, and I go out and I come back to her, and I don't care about her, and I only love my girl, that's not cheating. That's exercise. If she even talks to a dude, it's cheating. Because females are emotionally invested. I have no emotional investment.
Oh, okay. Some of the women here, I think, might disagree with that a little bit.
And real quick, let me tell you about that little bit Dr. Phil won't go into. See, women are laughing and blushing. You want to know why? If they're with a man and he's boring, right? And when he talks into the room or do anything, and she just ignores him and walks away, enough said. There's nothing to talk about. But if you got a guy there who is tall, attractive, not fat, in shape, great mindset, confident, ambitious, articulate, competent, right? Got his money in order. He's well balanced. Other men like being around him because he's charismatic and cool. Like men like hanging out together and playing sports and whatever and sharing ideas. And then the women go, well, I want to hang out with the boys too. I want to get to know who that guy is too, right? That makes him what, a bad dude? No, what makes him bad is when a man knows his value and he's able to articulate what he has studied and known about a woman, like Andrew Tate has right there. He just explained game. A man knowing his value, knowing his worth, and being wise and smart is a man that most don't like. So let's continue.
Moms out there, if you have a son, I bet you have no idea what is happening out there, so you might want to pull up a chair and listen. Our first guest, 24-year-old Ben, says when he was a teen, he had zero self-esteem, never got past the first date, and felt powerless with girls. But he says men like Andrew Tate inspired him to break out of his shell.
A woman's primary biological role is to make kids. So the more fertile she is, the prettier she is, the more feminine sexual energy she has. But for men, our primary biological purpose is to build things. A high status, high value man is a man who builds valuable things. That's where his masculine sexual energy comes from. So a man's gonna judge a woman first and foremost by how fertile she is. That's why men care about a woman being soft. Men care about a woman being pure and healthy and nurturing, good at cooking, cleaning, and all that jazz, while women care about a man's status and a man's value. Because that shows how good he is at building things, how good he is at taking care of his body and being strong enough to protect her and her children. It's not unfair that men care more about looks than women do. It's just how nature designs.
Wow. So you understand women.
Yeah.
How do you understand women so well?
Oh, just life experience. I've put myself out there a lot and had my fair share of learning. I've read a lot and experienced a lot of different perspectives and did my best to put them all together.
You're a sexual energy coach.
Yes.
Help me with that. What is a sexual energy coach?
So I help men with their mindsets, getting in touch with their masculinity, figuring out their goals and what sorts of action steps they can take to make those goals real when it comes to dating and relationships.
But you don't have a girlfriend.
Not at the moment, no.
Okay. So you're telling other people how to get girlfriends and you don't have one.
Well, I teach them how to get in touch with their masculinity.
Okay.
And so my clients have found girlfriends because of me.
Okay. And how do you define?
Real quick, and Dr. Phil, I hate cutting in, but I just can't let this go. Dr. Phil asked him to try to like take away any credibility. How you gonna tell other people how to get a girl if you don't have a girlfriend? Well, men and women are not the same. Like, example, the gatekeepers to sex is definitely not men, it's women. Can't have sex if a woman don't say yes. The gatekeeper to relationships and or marriage is what? That total outcome is a man. A woman can't make a man marry her. He has to give her a ring and decide. So with that being said, women are looking for the best man. A woman's not trying to sleep with one new guy every month for 12 months, 12 new bodies every year. A woman's not trying to do that. But a man, I mean, he can sleep with 3 new women every week, and guess what? Feel like a champion. A champion. Like, not to digress. Let's keep going, please.
Define masculinity.
Integrity under pressure.
And you were saying that women want a man that what?
They want a man who knows what he values, a man who's good at building something, a man who's multidimensional and integrated, who can be masculine, but is also emotionally aware, intelligent, and fearless when it comes to achieving his goals.
Are you an Andrew Tate adherent?
I'm not a dogmatist by any means, but I do think that he's serving a valuable role. I think that he's making a positive difference, and he does say a lot of controversial things because he's an extreme person. Like, he's not your normal average guy.
I wrote down some of the things that he said. Some of them I absolutely cannot repeat. But he says, I think my sister is her husband's property. Would you agree with that line of thinking?
Not in the literal sense, no.
Well, I understand. He doesn't have.
Yeah, well, I mean,
He doesn't own her.
women are obviously people, not objects, but it's one way of looking at things, misogynistic as that might be.
He describes it as a sexual encounter and says that's how it goes. Slap, slap, grab, choke, shut up, bitch, sex. That's how it should be.
Well, if it's consensual, then it's all good.
Hold on. Let's tackle that one he just asked. He just asked that question. Let me ask you a question, ladies, and for the men who disagree with me, and for the ladies who disagree with me. And if you do, write it down in the comments below, okay? Tell me what you disagree with. Let me ask you this question, fellas. And ladies, right? I don't want to forget you. So you trying to tell me, ladies, that you with a guy, he's nice and, does the same move every day? The same move, when you're intimate with him, always on nice, clean white linen, only white linen. You don't even change the colors. Same pillow, fluffy pillow, right? I mean, he don't even give you the courtesy of a little on the hiney, right? Not even a little pop on the hiney. Never that. No excitement. Just the same move every day. Same move, right? Or, let me get a little close. Hold on. I want you guys to see what I'm doing. Hold on. Or, right? There you go. Or, would it be better, right? What's you go right behind and tie a little hair right there. You pull a little tug, little nice little hug and tug, little like yeah, like yeah, yeah. You like that? Yeah. Let me go ahead and tell you. Let me go ahead and describe what this might be. You trying to tell me that's a misogynist? You gotta be kidding me. No. Like yeah, girl, yeah. Can't do that. That's wrong. Oh, you can't do that. Hold on. I can't do that on YouTube. You got to be kidding me. Okay. Well, don't cancel me just yet. All right. God dang it. All right. Let's not digress. Okay. Let's get to the rest of this. I can't believe this. What are we doing?
Okay. He says, I'm not a blanking rapist, but I like the idea of being able to do what I want. And I don't believe women are as smart as men.
Well, sounds really misogynistic.
Do you agree with that?
So, yeah, you see right here, the young man talking to Dr. Phil and the crazy question, right? But the only true crime that honestly I say Andrew Tate has is influencing men to know their value. Yes, it doesn't always come out pretty, but the young man is working out, better in his life, and he's not saying he's better than women. He's not saying he dislikes women. He just understands that men and women are different. But if you're still triggered, if you still disagree with me, let me give you another video. And then you can make the choice for yourself. Let's take a look, shall we? Let's go check it out.
I don't really watch Andrew Tate a lot, but I've seen him about like 80 to 100 times.
100 or more.
68 videos.
Somewhere 80 to 100.
About 87 videos of Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate has a huge impact on what teenagers think now because he is so influential.
Like, everyone wants to be like him, like rich guy, Bugatti, all that, like rich lifestyle.
And he's very positive about how to be successful, go to the gym, get a good mentality.
There are some good things about what he says, but the things that he says about women, I do not agree with.
About 50% of men want to have those kind of relationships that he has. But personally, that kind of relationships that he is saying, I don't want to have.
I'm influenced by Andrew Tate because I see him and I see any toxic masculinity that is shared, and I process that and I look back, and it's more of like a self-reflection thing. Just like, have I acted like that? Do I need to change that?
If I was married, I'd say jobs and like taking care of the kids would go both ways.
I would love to spend time with my kids and take care of them.
I don't really mind who it has the job or who is taking care of the kids as long as the kids are happy and healthy.
It doesn't really matter who makes more money. It's not like it's a competition.
Genetically, men are stronger.
I don't think we give women enough credit for how strong they are, because men don't ever have to give birth. I don't know how much strength it takes to do that, because also enduring pain takes a lot of strength.
Women are way smarter than men because we men do a lot of more stupid stuff.
Men make very dumb decisions. Like if a woman was a leader of a country or something, I don't think it would end up in a war.
Do you see the women cheering in the background? The ego? You see how if one is just to give a little something, right? And then the victim mind says, yay, like, really? I got to down men to level you up, and that's right. Remember, they said, remember this, all right?
Social media influences teenagers very easily because I feel like teenagers are still like very clueless.
If an influencer is promoting toxic masculinity and that influences me, I'm gonna share with my parents what I've learned from this guy. My parents overall have the most influence over me.
We should share with our parents what we watch, but I feel like we should also be responsible enough to like be able to tell ourselves if this is accurate, if we should believe this or if we should follow this.
I wasn't familiar with Andrew Tate, so this kind of just brought to light how much my child had heard, which is a little bit alarming.
I did not know my boys were watching Andrew Tate. At some point I was like, I have to be a little better mom. I think I have to work on some areas.
Listening to all the kids, I felt like the progress that we're making is good.
All of these kids are really deep thinkers, and they seem like they're gonna not take what Andrew Tate says to heart, which really makes me feel good about our generation of kids. I feel like we're doing something right with this generation.
Well, Heather's 13-year-old son, Zach, participated in our focus group, and we heard from you just a minute ago. So, Mom, what's your takeaway from this whole thing?
I too didn't know who Andrew Tate was until asked about it. And I have I have 4 kids from age 25 to 9. I did have 2 of them when I was 38 and 42, so I'm not sure about this prime thing. But I was shocked. I was shocked that the things he was saying were so easily heard by so many people. And I think it's really interesting that I immediately got the feeling like he was taking information he may have learned from people that seem a little more intelligent than he is, and made it into an algorithm where kids were just going to get fed and fed and fed. And it scared me to death. I have 3 boys, and it made me very nervous until I heard Zach talk. Then I felt it. My heart rate came back down.
Zach, is it true that you evaluate and really think through what you're hearing?
Of course, I don't take one thing, listen to it, process it, and then just spread it around. That's exactly how like gossip and bad news gets spread. I'm gonna check multiple sources, and they're not all gonna be the same. I'm not gonna check 3 Andrew Tate videos that say the same thing in different words so I can come up with my own opinion. I'm gonna check news channels with different points of views and see what the common idea is, and then I'm gonna go to my own morality. I'll ask myself the questions, and I figure it out from there.
You see this, right? You see the kids influenced by Andrew Tate, not like a 25 or a 30-year-old man, but teenagers, 15, 12, right? Preteens, maybe 17. But they have common sense. If you listen to them talk, right? You know what I mean? They've been raised fairly well, and they know how to extrapolate the message versus grown adults, right? They can extrapolate the message with common sense. Why? Well, he's talking to more than just young men being men. Work out, get your money right, be disciplined, don't get bullied, don't be a pushover. He's also saying don't be a pushover towards women. And that is the reason why they triggered. They're not triggered because he's telling them to work out, read books, educate yourself, be stoic, be courageous, be intelligent and wise. The things he tell men, right? No. They're mad of the other things. You know, in other words, stop telling men not to overlook women's poor behavior. But if you don't believe me, I have another video for you. So let's go check it out, shall we?
Quick question, just so I can clarify something, because I understand your points. You're saying you want a partner, a life partner. Are you sure, and I'm not accusing, I'm genuinely asking, are you sure you're not confusing the amount of time the man spends with you with his monogamy? Because they're different things. Because what happens a lot of the time, if a man's out here chasing chicks, he's barely home. Mm-hmm. But imagine you had a man who was home 7 nights a week. He was always home. I'm talking about like an hour, like during his work lunch, you don't even notice. Then would you even give a shit about monogamy if you had all of his time effectively? Would you really care?
I still would care because I feel like that's still just an hour a day, and it's not really quality time. I feel I really have been in so many different situations. Again, the trainer in Austin to the NBA player baby daddy. Like I have seen all of that stuff, and it's just my personal experience and perspective to where I want someone that sees the value in the Grand Canyon. I want somebody who
I understand. Okay, like, so that's a good point, and so I'll just ask the first question. I'm gonna ask the second question. The realization you've come to is an interesting one. It is something that happens, especially to females as they mature. don't you think it's strange, or why do you think that 0 women on earth choose those kind of men who they perhaps have slightly lower status, but are more likely to be loyal to them and be monogamous, etc. In the modern world, because like I said, the world's changed, why do you think 0 women choose them when they're at the peak of their choices? So when a woman is 19 and she can go anywhere she wants, every man wants her, she can go on any yacht in Miami, she can get flown out to Dubai, when she has all the choices in the world, why is she completely uninterested in those kind of men? And then when she gets to a certain age of maturity and there's a whole new generation of girls who have all the choices, then they sit there and go, you know what? I deserve monogamy and and they all of a sudden want to grow up and mature. Why does no woman decide that when she actually is at her most valuable?
I feel like like I said, I don't like to speak for all women. I just speak for myself. But I know for me that I was looking for a man for a lifestyle, something that I was not able to do individually by myself. So that's why it's like, well, yeah, I want to be able to do this, do that. I want to go for the football player that was just on GQ. And in reality, now I realize, well, okay, there's a lot that comes with that. I can make my own money. I don't necessarily need that type of guy for the happiness that I'm looking for. Again, seeing value in the Grand Canyon is a lot different than like, okay, here's money for this, here's allowance for that.
And
here's an hour of my time.
As you asking why a man that is 20, 21, 23 is not a top G, like a 30, 40-year-old man.
No, the point,
your age actually dictates your sort of maturity to a large extent.
Well, I'm arguing the point. The point I'm trying to make is that what I actually think happens, especially in the modern world, because the modern world's all fucked up and nothing's the way it's supposed to be. The traditional life path of a female is she's 17, she's 18, she's 19, and her value is massively inflated. And I don't blame her. Of course it's massively inflated. Imagine being 19 years old, have achieved exactly fucking 0 in your life, knowing nothing. You put makeup on, and sports stars, billionaires, actors, the most important famous people on the planet, the richest men on the planet are begging for your attention. The ego you're going to develop, let's all be honest, right? The ego you're going to develop is going to be monu-fucking-mental. I'm special, I'm so gorgeous, all this bullshit, right? And then what happens as they grow older, as new generations come along, because the truth is most women are at their peak attraction, let's say in their early 20s. As they grow older, what women become is far more fearful of competition. This is why you'll see a woman who's a bit older go, oh, you know, I really want monogamy. What she's scared of is her dude getting a 21-year-old. That's what she's fucking scared of. She may not know it. She may not say it. But basically, that's what the truth is, because she knows a 21-year-old is going to be more desirable, higher status, more fertile. That's what she's scared of.
Cheating is bad when you're 30 or 20, sir.
So no, but it's not about that. I'm telling you the shift in the female mentality, because when a female is 20, she doesn't give a fuck about any of this. She doesn't want to find the nice man. Now she's trying to, like you're saying, chasing a lifestyle, chasing Mr. Promiscuous, chasing Mr. Famous. Doesn't give a shit until she starts getting scared. Oh, shit. Oh, my age begins with 3 now. And then they change, their mentality changes. It's a fear element. That's the reality. And it's a biological fear element. I'll give you an example of it. You know what's amazing about humans? We are still very primal. When men like these two and me, when we walk through the mall, people just move. It's like you can sense when the big animals turn up, right? It's something amazing about humans. If you have a very attractive 45-year-old woman, she's gorgeous, but a gorgeous 19-year-old walks in, look at that 45-year-old woman's face. She's furious. She fucking hates her. She just doesn't like her for no reason. Yeah. Because women understand, unfortunately, but your age is a massive indicator in your value. In an inverse way to men are more valuable as we get older. Every woman knows that. Every woman will sit here and go, yeah, I know a man who's older than me. Of course. But if I say it the other way around, I'm misogynistic. It's just the reality of the world. So then we have to go into the other point. The point is this. When you were at...
So now you see why a lot of women don't like Andrew Tate. He just shared something which used to be taboo. It used to be taboo to talk about a woman's age. But to just exploit that and throw that information out there and then make men go, oh, wow, I never thought of it that way. While women go, what the hell? Shut up. Why are you talking about that? See, because things that make you feel uncomfortable, like you're too big, you need to go to the gym, work out, lose some weight, which we all got to. Hey, I'm not the one to talk. That goes for me too. But at the end of the day, right, when you know your value and you know the opposite sex, you can't talk about it, especially when it comes to women, right? So this is one of his crimes as well. Just throwing information out there. Let's continue.
At your peak value, you had 0 interest in monogamy. But then you find a man who's 35 at his peak value. He's finally struggled and worked because when he was 19, no girl spoke to him. When he was 23, he was broke. When he was 24, he had no life experience. When he was 25, he couldn't fuck. When he was 20, whatever. He finally gets to the point where he's now at his peak value. Him at 35 is you when you were 19. And then you're sitting there saying to him, no, you should be monogamous. It's like, well, you fucking weren't. You did whatever you wanted in your peak. Now I'm finally got there. And I had to work for my shit. God gave you. God and L'Oreal gave you. I had to fucking struggle. I had to go through hell to get on this yacht. You got on the yacht with an Instagram DM. I had to buy it. And now you're telling me I need to fucking settle down and behave and grow up? Fuck you.
Because
it's bullshit.
You're assuming that the journey is a man that starts with nothing to something, because there's a lot of men that
is
have
exactly the journey of every man on earth. We are born without value.
Do you think so? There's specificity in that.
Can I just
because
ask-
that's not how it should be for everybody, and that's not how it is for everybody, and not for every woman either. As well, may I just say?
Can I ask Brittany something, please?
She is absolutely wrong on that. When she said that's not how it is for everybody, you know, what she's wrong about is this. And I'll give her some credit. I don't want to come off as a jerk. Is everyone like that? No. Yeah, you have that small 1%er of maybe a young man grows up with a rich family, and he luckily got a tall father with good genes. So now the father's handsome and older at 50 or 60, and the son is 19 or 20. Handsome, already got money. Can I be honest? Can I ask a question? Why are we talking about the outliers? Why are we talking about the 1%? You barely even see them. Let's talk about the regular people that you see on an everyday basis that grow up from families. Now, not the 1%ers. She's wasting her time talking. Bottom line, okay? So most, if not all men, I want to say 85 to 90% of men, all come from nothing and have to work to become something. That's bottom line. You know, women, if I take 10 men, women are only going to see the top 2 out of 10 men. The other 8 men are invisible. Maybe one guy might slip in because he's handsome enough. He doesn't make the most money, but he's handsome enough and just tall enough to be a really good friend. Just in case the 2 guys she picked don't work out, don't want her, then I'll marry that friend. So let's say 3 out of 10. There you go. Let's not digress. Let's continue.
If you're not going to have children, what are you going to do with your lives?
If I'm not going to have children, travel, just pursue anything that makes me happy, try to make money. I love traveling, so I would probably just
Drink cocktails on the beach. Okay, next.
About the same thing, like travel, focus on my career, things like that. Like my career will become my baby.
What about you?
I honestly just want to get right into my career.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
What do you want to do in life?
Right now, so I go to the University of Miami. I'm majoring in interactive media. What I want to do with that is build virtual reality simulators for the military. And then I'm also minoring in motion pictures. I'm interested in acting and shit like that.
Miss Cuba, what about you?
Do whatever the fuck I want.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. Well, I plan on becoming a doctor. So I'm just my career.
Your career.
I'm
Okay.
passionate about it, so
A life without children is vapious, and it's inane, and it's pointless. And you may sit here and think that your career matters, but the truth is that your job will fire you out of whim and not give a second, don't give a solitary shit.
So true.
And when you're 52 and you're past it with no grandchildren in a house by yourself, and all your friends have grandchildren in this beautiful life, and you're sitting there by yourself, do you think the fact that you can afford a few extra Gucci bags is going to genuinely make you feel happy? I was at my grandmother's 93rd birthday. I looked there. My grandmother had 9 children because there was my father and 8 more. They all had a bunch of kids, blah, blah, blah. I stood there and I looked at my 93-year-old grandmother, and there was a room, a whole room full with maybe 70 people that came from that one woman. Isn't that remarkable?
Yeah.
That nobody cared about her career. Nobody asked what job she did. Nobody asked how many times she went to the club. Nobody asked if she had time to go to festivals. No, you had 70 sentient beings, including myself, full of life from one woman who dedicated herself to being a mother and a good wife. That is beautiful. And if you sit here and genuinely think that you're going to work your ass off through your fertile years, and by the age of 54, you're not going to be suicidal alone with a cat, then you're dumb.
But
The
that- I
happiest
really
women
do
on
want
earth have children and a man who's paying the bills and their mothers. The happiest people on earth. I guarantee it. Your mothers, ask your own mother, do you regret having me? She's going to say, of course not. You're the best thing that ever happened to me. So now you're going to sit here and you're going to end your own bloodline? All your ancestors were out there surrounded by saber-toothed fucking tigers trying to survive on the streets out there in caveman days just to get to the final end where we have all the medical care and you can live in a nice warm house for your fucking selfish ass to say, no, I don't want kids. I'm too busy in the fucking strip club or going to fucking Mallorca to have a pina colada on the beach. It's absolutely insulting to your entire bloodline. Everything everyone above you has ever done and struggled for. All the times your grandparents went to work when they didn't feel like it, just for you to exist, for your selfish ass to say, no, me and my passions and my dreams and my shit drawings and my Instagram page is worth more than ever having children. You're a selfish fuck. Fuck that. You should all have kids.
Wow. So we just got done watching those videos of Andrew Tate. And I shared those videos and see if you guys wanted to react to them. And the reason why I say the real crime of Andrew Tate is not what are people saying today, but how he has triggered people in the media and the powers that be. And a lot of men, young, the next generation, saying they had enough and they're putting their foot down and they want to be better than the men that are getting treated in today's generation. They don't want to be like their father or their uncle who are getting dragged through the mud. And the only crime I honestly see is women not being held their feet to the fire and they have to be accountable. Now, I didn't say men don't have to be accountable because men always have to be accountable. You don't even have to say men have to be accountable. Men have to be accountable by default. But for women, that's a little different story. But if you disagree, that's fine. Hey, leave a comment down below. Say, hey, Raz, I disagree. Tell the reason why. Like, share, and subscribe. There is algorithm. And that way we can go ahead and get this video out. We can share with other people. And we can definitely talk about it. No need to get triggered. No need to feel a certain way about it. We can all get along. But thank you for showing up and peace. See you later, YouTube.
Light me up, don't you stop, 'cause tonight it's on the line. Show me how you get on down, close my eyes, take me for a ride.